All right. Well, welcome to our class number 5. Welcome to Baby, Kids, and Pets. As you can see, this class is being recorded. And so we'll just let you guys know that right off the bat. We have these classes every Tuesday night. We have a series of 8 different classes. When you watch, join us with Zoom, and you watch 8 different ones, we have a really great gift that we give, and we'll be talking about that at the end of class. We also have on Monday nights what we have called Experience doTERRA. So it's really a great reason and a way to see why people are choosing doTERRA over all the other brands. We talk about safety, we talk about different products and the scientific background and the way that we test it and that we source it. And it really is a really great class. If you've joined us at one of those classes, go ahead and put it in the chat. And then here we go. Who else is ready? All right, you guys, my name is Hayley. Like I said, I'm excited to be here with you guys and teach. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules. Here's a list of our 8 different classes that rotate over and over and over. Each time you come to one of our classes, you're going to have the opportunity to learn something different. And I love being able to teach all the different classes because it's been years, you guys. I live in Elko, Nevada. It's kind of like a rural town, and we don't have a lot of access to a lot of things. And so I love being able to learn more about my essential oils and how to empower my family and be able to use them for most of the things that we need. Oh, and now my little clicker's going a little bit slow. Okay, so as we're talking tonight, one of the most frequently asked questions is doTERRA safe for children, and especially safe for babies and for our fur friends? So I want you guys to just take a little look at this screen really quick. And there's 3 things that we tell people: never to put them in their eyes, in their ears, or directly up their nose. And the reason is because the tissue is really sensitive and is very thin. And so we always say dilute or go around the outside area. We'll be talking more about that in just a second. And then another really great tip that I love to share is using less more often is way more effective than using a whole bunch at once. I know for my family, my husband is the first one to go, okay, if a little works, and I'm going to want a whole bunch more. And so, he'll like shake it out, and he opens his mouth and just, drips a bunch down his throat. And it's the best part is that it doesn't hurt him, but he doesn't need it. And especially with little kids, sometimes the essential oils are powerful and potent enough that you can just simply touch the top of the bottle, or you can just put them on the bottoms of the feet. Now, there are some essential oils that are known to be hot. Now, we're talking hot, sensitive hot, like the best thing I can relate it to is like a hot pepper, like a jalapeno or something. When you actually put that in your mouth, it can burn. Plus, when you put it onto the skin, it can get hot and irritate the skin. So here's listed a few of the oils that are hot. And so we're going to always want to dilute those. Now, dilution is something that you can add these essential oils to an unscented lotion. You can choose your carrier oil. I love fractionated coconut oil because I love that it is a really lightweight. They have spun the coconut oil, and so they've taken out the fat and the fragrance. So it's scentless and it will not go rancid. So a lot of the times when I'm making different essential oil blends, or I'm creating, a diaper rash cream or something for my pup, I don't have to worry about how long it's going to take for us to use it because I'm using something that is going to be safe and will not go rancid, like I said. Now, the other thing that we want you guys to all be aware of is that citrus oils can cause photosensitivity when you go out into the sun. So when you're, if you're going to put it where the sun shines, like if it's on your arm and you don't have, nothing covering it, then that could make that skin very sensitive to burning in the sun or just getting too much sun. So you can always put it underneath and then put your shirt on top, or, you can put it underneath anywhere that the sun isn't going to actually hit. Now, on the left-hand side, I want to point out this is a bottle of doTERRA's essential oil that has the supplement facts on it. Most of our essential oils are not only safe to take internally, but they're recommended to take internally. And there are some that have the supplement facts. And so if you're curious about that, if the facts aren't there, then you don't want to take them internally. You could just use them topically. Our essential oils are 100% pure, unadulterated. They are kid tested and mom approved. What I love about this is doTERRA came out with their own kids collection, and they have a lot of the same needs that we like for immunity or respiratory or pain. And yet doTERRA has come up with a kit that is specially formulated for kids. They're already diluted to the perfect amount so that anybody, babies can use them, kids of any age. As a matter of fact, my dog has his own kit because with our pets, we always treat them as if they were a small child. So each one of the bottles also has CPTG, certified pure tested grade oil, on the label. What I love for that, you guys, is we know that they've gone to the natural origin to get these oils. It's not like I'm in my basement trying to grow, lemon trees and the lemon trees are tiny and I'm trying to get that lemon oil out of there and I'm putting it into a bottle and recommending you use it. Our lemon oil comes from the natural resource. It is tested, the soil is tested that the plant grows in to make sure that there's no contaminants, pesticides, anything that is harmful, because if it's in the soil, it's going into the tree and into the fruit, which is then what we use. So we want to make sure that every single one of them is tested, pure, that has not been adulterated and is safe. Our oils are plant-based, so each one of them comes either from the rind, the seeds, the fruit, the bark, and so many, and the dried leaves. And I love our oil so much. I can't imagine using anything else. Okay, so here's a quick guide dilution chart for you guys. As we're teaching and we're talking about these different slides, you might take your cameras out and do a screenshot. That way you'll be able to have them to refer to later. I love this one because if it is something that says dilute, then depending on the age is how much we would dilute it. Now, the essential oils, one thing I love about them is that they are safe for everyone in our household. Every single person. So I was just talking to a gal yesterday about a medication for her husband that she would need to go to the doctor and get a completely different kind of medication because it wouldn't be safe for them to all use it. There's a lot of them that have side effects. They have, where you can get addicted to them and things. And so with these, it's a matter of how much do we use for each person in our family. Now, if they are 0 to 12 months, you can see here that in a 5 ml bottle or a 10 ml bottle, so all of doTERRA's rollers are 10 ml. The larger bottles are 15 and the smaller bottles are 5. And so you can see here how you can dilute them to the right level for each person in your house. Okay, now I mentioned we had a kids collection. So here's a picture of the kids collection. I love that it comes in a waterproof bag with a zipper. When you unzip it, you open it up and they have little slots around the one side of it that holds each one of the rollers in place. Then there's also a set of flashcards that are waterproof that have tips on how you can use each one. I love that by just picking up the essential oil, kids can look at them and go, gosh, there's a heart on this one, then they could apply it over the heart. So they don't need to be able to read to understand the benefits. This is another great slide where you could take a screenshot. Tamer is their digestive blend. So this has got a blend of spearmint and parsley. It's really gentle. So if you've tried our Digest Zen, this is a much gentler formulation. All of these are diluted to the perfect amount, so they're safe for everyone. A hack for Tamer is if you have cramps in your stomach, whether it's from food that you've eaten or you might have just monthly cramps, you can roll this over your belly area. You can also put it like around your temples or across the back of your neck if you have any kind of head tension. Now, another really great thing, yesterday I was helping somebody who just couldn't, like they couldn't breathe very good and they were all stuffed up. So we took a little bit of the Tamer, we put it on her hands, and I just had her dab it underneath her nose. She was like, wow, could it work that fast? And I could already start feeling my airways open. You guys, we have the Brave blend, which is a great one for courage. And, when Sarah's kids get on here, they talk about how, they'll take them and they hook them to their backpacks and they'll get on the bus and they'll put it on before they're going so that they can have more courage to stand up to, maybe there's a bully or something. And I love the way that they are able to use them. If you have a child that is a little bit cranky, or maybe you're cranky yourself, you can simply roll Brave into the hands and just inhale, and you'll be able to, have that little frowny turn upside down into a big smile. Now, Rescuer is our soothing blend. So it's similar to like a deep blue blend. So this is great for growing pains. If you have somebody who is teething, or maybe you've had braces tightened or something, you can apply that to the outside edge. So I go from ear along the jawline to the other ear, and it really gives comforting support. If you have those growing pains, usually my kids used to say, I've got achy legs, mom. And so this would be great to be able to just roll on the area that is in discomfort and to be able to get that great support. Thinker is great for anyone who is needing to focus a little bit. So this would be good for homework. This is great for studying for a test. And then what's great about it is they've shown through different studies where when you put an essential oil on, especially peppermint, you breathe it, you diffuse it, you have it on when you're studying, and then you use it again. And there's something that happens with that memory that gets things where you can remember and retain that information very, very good. So Calmer is a blend that I absolutely love. I use this one daily. So I love it because I'll roll it over my chest, especially if my heart is racing a little bit, or if I feel a little bit of anxiety or anxiousness. It's really quick how easy it just calms my mind. This is wonderful for putting on the bottoms of the feet before you go to bed. Kids love it. I've got a friend who her little kids, they go in, they brush their teeth, and they'll go in, they lay on the bed and they stick their little feet up. And the mom goes and she just puts hot the calmer across everybody's feet. She'll also put some stronger on there, which is the protective blend, which helps to boost our immunity, especially when we're sleeping. And then the last one here is Steady. So Steady is going to be similar to Balance. Balance was the gateway oil for me. And so I love anything that is going to ground me and make me feel a little bit more secure or comforted. So this would be a great combination to also put on before you go to bed at night. If you maybe you've got a child that is in, a competition of some kind, or a spelling bee, or maybe they're getting ready to, pitch in the winning game for the season. Both Calmer and strong and Steady would be amazing for rolling it into the hands and having them take 3 or 4 deep breaths. Sometimes I'll put them on, the collar of their shirt or on the brim of their hat, so that they can have that continued support as they need it. I love each one of these guys. They smell so good. Okay, so here's another great snapshot of Tamer and Thinker. And I want you just to kind of look at each one of these. And so Tamer is great for if you have travel sickness, motion sickness, any kind of digestive support. Because of the oils that are in there, it's also really good if you have a cut or a scrape, or if you have a fever. You can roll this across the back of the neck, and because it has some of the mint oils in it, it really helps to support that. If you know somebody who is, a little bit fearful because of the spearmint, you can roll it here on your throat, and it will help give that inspired, confident speech. And really, anytime you have mint and you smell it, it's going to open up your mind and your airways. Now, Thinker is really great. Like I said, if you have somebody who's got a little bit overactive, or they are distracted a lot, or can't stay focused on something, this one is really awesome. So you can roll it across the forehead, and also my other favorite place is behind the ears, like you would wear perfume. Because of the essential oils that are in there, it helps to give confidence, creativeness. If you are needing to be present in something, these two are great to have handy. Stronger is that immunity blend. So the owner of our company years ago, they had a child's birthday party, and they had one of those bouncy castles that they had brought to the house. And within a couple of days, all of the kids that were in there had these little sores that were showing and popping up. Well, one of them had them around the eye, and when they took it to the doctor, they had a strain or a form of MRSA. And so they decided, gosh, On Guard, which any of you guys who've tried On Guard know that that blend can be a little bit spicy and a little bit hot. So they needed to come up with something that had really great benefits to boost that immunity and to be able to protect the kids and stop whatever it was from spreading. And so right after that, they developed this blend, Stronger. It's got some extremely powerful oils in it, like rose and litsea, and it is that immunity boost blend. And now we've talked about Brave, so we're gonna go on to the next one. Calmer. So I forgot to mention, Calmer is one that when my dog has this thing, and he's been sick, like he got diagnosed with a heart condition last October, which the vet said he's gonna probably not make it very long. And so we were really upset, and part of our goal was we needed to keep his heart calm as well as him calm. And he's a Doberman, so he's got it bred into him to be protective. And so if there's a noise, he's alert. And so what we'll do with this Calmer is I'll roll it into my hands, and then I'll rub my hands down his ears and around his jaw, and then I'll go down his back. And then I'll also take that same roller and I'll roll it onto the pads of his feet. And you guys, within minutes, he is a completely calm dog. And what I love about it is he's not like passed out in the corner or drugged. He's fully present, and he's there. He's just calm and chill, like he's just chillaxing with us. And so this blend, you guys, has lavender. So we know about lavender, about how calming and relaxing it is. It can calm and relax the mind, your mood, as well as the skin. Now we've got Kananga oil in it, which is kind of a floral oil, and it's really great. It's got a very calming effect. Buddha wood, which is a hint of rose with a little bit of smoky grounding. So this blend, this oil is also in, oh no, it's not. I was gonna say it's in balance, but it's not in there. And then of course we have Roman chamomile. So people who are familiar with the chamomile, there's chamomile tea, there's all kinds of different bath soaks and things like that with chamomile. Roman chamomile is amazing. It's got a really sweet, and it's a soft floral smell, which has extremely powerful calming effects. And then, of course, it has the fractionated coconut oil, which is what makes it so it's perfect for anyone in our house that can be able to use this essential oil, including our pets. Okay, so we've got a couple of recipes and things that we're going to talk about for our littles. Whoops. Oh, let me go back. Looks like we're missing something on here. Maybe it's going to upload in just a second. So one of the things that I love most about our essential oils is because of their purity and because they're potent and because they're safe for us to take internally. There's a lot of essential oils that we can diffuse in our household. We can use them internally. We can also put them on topically. And so here's a really great recipe for croup. It's 2 drops of Breathe, 2 drops of On Guard, 2 drops of thyme, melaleuca or tea tree, 2 drops of frankincense, and 2 drops of peppermint. Now, you guys, you would take all of those oils and find a 10 ml roller, put them in, and then just fill the bottle up with the fractionated coconut oil. Now, this is really great because you can rub it on the feet, which if you go to Google and you search reflex chart for babies or pets, you'll be able to find exactly where to apply that oil to get the most benefit for their respiratory system. And you can put that on every hour. So again, remember in the very beginning, we said, okay, apply oils, less oil, more often. So if you have any kind of concern at all, you guys just roll it onto your fingers first and then just go down the feet or down the back of the spine. And as long as you have that coconut oil in there, you're going to be just fine. Okay, so here are some other recipes. There's times of the year when kids are going back to school and they can experience things such as head bugs. So this one is a really great recipe. You can take a 5/8 dram bottle because it's just little, put 5 drops of clove, 5 drops of tea tree, 1 drop of oregano, and 1 drop of arbor vitae. Fill it up with coconut oil, shake it up really good. And then what's nice about it is you can just put a couple of drops on your hands, your fingertips, and just kind of massage it into the scalp. What I love about this blend, you guys, is it keeps the bugs from coming. So it has essential oils that makes them not like it, and so they stay away. This is another really great one to take a screenshot of because you'll see we've got an immune boost roller blend. We've got one for confidence. We have tummy or happy tummy, and we've got some bug sprays. I love, we do a repurpose your bottles. So I put all of my empty bottles in a big jar and I fill it up with water. And then when it gets full, then I just go through and I clean off all the labels and then I repurpose them into different things. One of my favorite things to put in them is something called a monster spray. So we put 5 drops of lavender, 5 drops of marjoram, and then you just fill the rest of that little 15 ml bottle up with water with a little tiny pinch of salt. And then I buy spray tops. And so you can get spray tops online, but my favorite place to purchase is from Aroma Tools. I know that you can get them all kinds of places, but sometimes it's hard to trust and get ones that don't leak and things. And so anyhow, and then we have written up this cute little saying where, you spray in the closet, you spray under the bed, you spray on your pillows right before you go to bed, and it keeps the monsters away. And really, those essential oils are very calming to the mind and very calming to their little spirits. And so they're just so calm and happy, and it keeps those monsters away. And this has been something really fun for us to do as my kids have grown up. Okay, now we're going to kind of switch into taking your supplements and your vitamins, you guys, to make sure that our kids are getting the healthy foundation that we need so much. Because when we eat properly, and so there's a lot of things, you guys, it's hard to get a well-balanced diet and a meal these days. So I love that doTERRA has pure products that are whole foods, that are very nutritious. They don't put a lot of fairy dust or sawdust or any of those other things in our products. They want to make sure that they are getting a well-balanced mineral and vitamin that will help to support their brains as they're growing, their hearts as they are functioning, so that because they play hard. And in order to play hard, we must have some of these things. Then we also have, so A to Z, chewable supplement. Now, the supplements are something that they have this cute little smiley face on them. And if Sarah's kids were here, they'd be trying them and telling you how they like them. And it really is encouraging to see that it's with natural flavors and just full. If you look here on the screen, you can see all of the things that are in there that we aren't able to get in a regular diet today. Now, we also have something called IQ Mega. Now, I know a lot of adults who use these products also. I usually keep one on my desk because if I have like some brain fog going on, or if I have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to process through, my mind needs that extra support. So I'll just open it up and I'll take a swig. What I love about the IQ Mega is, you guys, it is easy to mix into anything. Most omegas have fish oil taste. This one has a wild orange taste to it, and it easily stirs in. So you can add it to orange juice, you can add it to yogurt, you can put it in your smoothies, and kids never even know that it's there. And it's something that is really, really nutritious for them and really good. So it is recommended that they take one of the chewable tablets with breakfast and one with dinner, and then 1 teaspoon of the IQ Mega in every day. And it is something that they do want you to refrigerate when you're not using it. Okay, then the next thing we have here, you guys, is PB Assist Complex. So we used to have a junior version, and now we have the new one. It's actually formulated for adults and kids. This is going to help get your gut probiome back into order. If you look on the right-hand side, you guys, there's all kinds of reasons that we want to take it. It helps to support a healthy kidneys, bladders, urinary tract, especially for the females. It's got 7 billion live cells of 13 different strains of friendly flora. Our digestive system is one of the most important things in our bodies because people will refer to your stomach as the mama. And if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. And so it really is important for us to be able to use something that is going to replace some of the things that we have been exposed to that has caused damage to our guts. Now this is like, people will call it like a little pixie stick or a little, it's like a little packet, and you open it up and you just take it in your mouth. It's super good. I love, it's kind of sweet tart. If you guys have tried this, tell us in the chat if you've tried it. And if you have, what do you think about it? Like, do you love it? I have at least one, if not two of these every single day. I've been adding it to my collagen, and then also to the recharge from the MetaPower system. And what I love is that it's good. Kids love it. And it's got a really good strawberry melon flavor. Okay, so now here are some recipes. I love that we can put some of these ingredients. So between the Terra greens, which is something that we offer. We have fiber. We also have protein powder. And what I love is that you're able to put a lot of these in our regular recipes that we're using. And we do a French toast, which is, we use protein powder with the eggs and some milk, and we whip that up really good. We actually whip it so it's light and fluffy. And then we will add a little bit of the IQ Mega in there, and some On Guard. And then we batter our bread in there, and then we grill it, and everybody in our household loves it. And it's got some extra added benefits. You can see here, another one is On Guard apples. How many of you guys have tried our On Guard apples? So whether people are, just want a healthy snack, or the sniffles are going around at work, or whatever it is, kids' classroom, daycare, what I love to do is I'll take about 4 or 5 apples and I wash them really good. And then I slice them up into slices, and then I put them in a bowl and I cover them with water. And then my favorite is to put On Guard. Some people will put tangerine, some people will put lemon. I have a friend who loves to put cassia in hers. And then you just put about 1 or 2 drops per apple. And then and I'll stir it around really good. And I let it sit there for about 15 minutes. And then I drain the water off of it. And then those apples are infused with the essential oil. You guys, they are delicious. Anytime I bring these for any occasion, people always want to know, what is it that you did? What kind of apples are these? Because they are so good. And I love that as we are educating and we're learning, we're empowering ourselves into what can we use and get even better results. Okay, so now we have a reflex chart, and I think some of the slides are out of order, and I apologize, but we're just going to go through each slide and we'll teach them as they come. So I told you earlier that you could Google search for a reflex chart for babies or kids. Now this is one that's on the left-hand side, and what I love about it is you can target where the baby's having a discomfort, and then you can find the essential oil that is going to best support it. So I'm just going to point out a couple. This is another really great one to take a screenshot of. But if you look at the blue one, right there in the middle where it says sinuses, and then on the right-hand side, you can see some of the first reach oils that we use in our household. So Stronger, which was that comforting blend, right? We've got frankincense touch. You could use Digestin, the Rescuer, Supermint, or Tamer. And those are kind of hacks for when we want to open up our airways. For an adult, you can literally just put it across the forehead, or you can just swipe underneath, like next to your nose and across your cheekbones. And these essential oils have been really effective in being able to help support and open up and give relief. Now, the other one is the head and teeth, because that seems to be one of the biggest questions is for littles. It's like, okay, I've got a baby who's teething and they're just miserable. What can I do? And so you can find the reflex point, and which is the second toe over from the big toe. And then here are the first hand reach oils. So we've got Roman chamomile, Tamer, Calmer. Now, some people are just not comfortable with putting them on their skin. And as long as you dilute them properly, I have no problem whatsoever putting oil directly on. So go from ear to ear on the outside of the jawline. You can also take your finger, or sometimes I'll take like a Q-tip and I'll put just a little bit of like the super mint touch because it's already diluted. And I'll put that on the Q-tip, and then I can open up the mouth and I can put it where I need to. Now, clove, if you guys remember, that was one of those oils that was listed as hot. It is the most effective essential oil for numbing, and it's the highest antioxidant that you can get. We have dentists here locally who are constantly sending their people to us for clove for any kind of teething issues, whether it's for adults or children or babies. So if it was a small baby, then what I do is I just touch the top of the bottle of the clove. I open up the mouth, like I'll bring the lip back, and I go directly over where the swollen gum is. And at first the baby's like gonna not like it. Like they're gonna go, oh yeah, but within seconds, they will calm down and kind of, take their mouth and go, what was that? Because the pain is gone. So you guys, there are so many really great ways that we can use essential oils for our littles. Okay, doTERRA has a really excellent baby care line. You guys, the diaper rash cream, which is in the far bottom corner on the right-hand side, has been used for so many different things. There are so many hacks. What I love about it is if you've used other diaper rash creams or ointments, sometimes you get it on your hands and you can't even wash it off if you tried to, and it stinks and it goes rotten, and it actually makes this barrier where the skin can't breathe, and so we get uh, more discomfort on the skin, and the skin gets really unhappy. With this one, it is really light. Well, it's lightweight, but it's also washable. So we have used it for sun as a sunscreen. We've used it on cuts and burns and scrapes that we're trying to protect. Any kind of skin that is unhappy, you can use the essential oils to clean them, like tea tree, like get it all nice and clean and calm it down. And then I love to put the diaper rash cream on top of it. Then we also have a body and hair wash, and then a body lotion. And I love that there's one, right? And, as a good mom that I was when my kids were little, I wanted the ones that had the biggest smells, that they would, just keep smelling really good for a long time. Little did I know of all of the harsh chemicals and all of the bad toxins and things that were in there that were causing my babies to be sick. And so I'm really grateful for these products. They smell amazing, and I think you're going to love them just as much as I do. Okay, so now we're going to jump over to Spoil Your Fur Friends. You guys, here is a list of friendly essential oils. Now, there's a lot about essential oils and pets. It does matter what brand you are using. There's so many out there that are not safe for them, as well as for the kids. Did you know that at the grocery store, when you buy an essential oil, you go there and it can say pure essential oil, 100% pure essential oil, and it only has to have 6% oil in the bottle that's pure. The rest can be anything. So that is why so many times there are people who have they'll have an effect, or they'll have some kind of breakout, or it didn't work, or it actually in some cases is even worse because they're using something that is not a good standard oil. It has been adulterated. So this is a picture of Janet Rourke. She sits on our medical advisory board. As a vet, I love all of her stuff. You can see her website is down in the corner. So another great one to take a screenshot of. I love that I can use essential oils on my dog. Every time we go to the vet to get his medicine now, they're always surprised going, what? He's still alive? Because they didn't believe that he would make it. He has his own essential oil blend, and it's been amazing to be able to see he's healthy, he's happy. And the vet is like, could you bring him back in for some more tests? Because we aren't really sure why he's still with us. And it's like, no, sorry, we're not going to let him be your test baby. And so you guys, I love that with babies as well as with kids, the smaller that they are, the less essential oil that you need and the more carrier that you need. And in the right-hand side, right towards the top, you can see that it says 0 to 25 pounds. Then you would dilute at 75%. So for one drop of essential oil, you would put at least 4 drops of a carrier oil. Um, and it's just amazing. I love them. I use them to calm my dog. When he has a stomach ache, I use Tamer and I put it on his belly. If we're getting ready to take him out to the lake or something where there's a lot of sagebrush, we have a blend for ticks that we put on him. We put heart health oils on him. So we created a blend specifically for him with the guidance of Dr. Janet Rourke for his heart. And I put it on my hands and I put it on he's got a lump where his heart is, where, he's got some extra fluid. And so I put it right there. And then he has another spot on the back hind leg of him and I just have been putting it on every day. And you guys, it's amazing. I love it. We use them, whether it's, when it's like the 4th of July, we have blends that we use and we diffuse. The one really good rule of thumb is if you have your pets and you're worried about what's safe, what's not safe, you can always go to Good Vibes and you can search pet safety. And we've got oodles and goodles of information there. But the other thing is that I always have an exit door for them because they know. So just like kids, like sometimes I'll put oils on him and he's like, you can tell he doesn't like it. There's other ones I get out and he comes right over to me and he starts licking them off my hand and he loves them. And so, but I do have an exit. So I would never put a dog or a cat in a room, shut the door and have that diffuser going full blast because they wouldn't be able to leave if they wanted to or if they needed to. And they know they're pretty smart. They're so resilient, right? Okay, so here are some really great uses for dogs. And so it's got the top 10 essential oils that you can use on the left. And then on the right-hand side, we have some really great recipes and things that you can do. I love the calming spray. So it's 5 drops of lavender, 5 drops of balance, 5 drops of copaiba. You put those in a 2-ounce spray bottle, fill it up with water, and then you can just shake it up really good. And like I like to spray his bed. Cedar wood is another one that I absolutely love to put on there. I don't like to put a ton of scent on it because I mean, I'll put enough for him to be calmed down, but it's not like me. Like when I get ready to take a bath, I'm putting like 10 drops of oil in there, right? And so, you guys, it's amazing. Okay, and here's one for horses and for cats. I love peppermint oil for horses. You put it in your hands, just a drop of it, and you can put your hands out like this, and they'll come over and they'll just start licking at it. They'll love it. You can rub it on their heads and things. There's a really great recipe here for a fly spray. I know that we used to do classes and we would bring these little totes and we would have fly spray, we would have wound care. We have a lot of people here in Good Vibes that use essential oils, especially when their horses get like cuts or scrapes, and they've had really good experiences. And then with cats, I think that's probably the biggest question we get is I heard that they will kill my cat. And never would we ever want to cause any harm for your animals. And so if you're stressed out about it, I'm saying, then don't use them. But I know that I use them. I love them. My dog loves them. Okay. So if you guys are new here with us tonight, this is something that we must talk about. So we have our Lifelong Vitality packs where you can go in and you can purchase them. Anytime you buy Lifelong Vitality or the Advantage series, it has a drop-down menu where you can buy additional things at a high discount. So I love this for families because if your family is like mine, it's like everybody I know in my family is going to be on the Lifelong Vitality. If my kids were little, then I would be adding on at a higher discount the A to Z supplements and the IQ Mega. What's good about that is when you're getting that healthy foundation, your body recovers so much quicker from things when we are subject to, our immunity or soreness or something like that. And doTERRA knows that. So they always make it easier for us to be able to save. And so I love that this is an add-on that you can get at a discount. Now, loyalty rewards is the only way that we purchase. It's the best way to order. I love that for the first 3 months that you order on Loyalty Rewards, you guys will get 10% back in points. Those points are something that you can turn into product or free stuff anytime you want. If it's a limited time offer, that's the only time you really can't use them. But I save them up, and sometimes I'll take like Healer Chrism, or right now we're doing a Blue Tansy and Melissa challenge. You guys, you get them for free. Like you can get any of them for free. After every 3 months, it goes up 5% until after 13 months, you're at 30% back. You guys, you can change what ships, where it ships, when it ships, everything that ships every single month. You can cancel it at any time. It is so easy to use, but I don't know about you, but I love free. And the other day I was going to the grocery store and she said, "Do you want to put this on your account? What's your club number or whatever?" And I told her, and then I asked her, I said, "So what do I actually really get?" And she goes, "Well, you can save after you have X amount of points, you can save them on gas and you can turn them in for this or that, but they expire every month. So if you don't get them used, then you lose them." And I'm like, anyway, with doTERRA, you have a full year to use your points. And then it's just amazing what you can get, you guys. And I love being able to shop this way. Okay, so you guys, we have a few people who are doing something called Silver Club, where if you know somebody who is getting ready to join and get their own wholesale account, if they talk to one of these beautiful ladies on the right-hand side, they can get additional gifts for free just for talking with them. Now, this promotion goes on for the month of March, April, and May. And with 100 PV order, you can get a free lavender touch. And then with a 150, you can not only get the lavender touch, but you also can choose one of the gifts shown in the middle or on the bottom left-hand side. I helped a gal today get the enrollment kit that replaces your plugins. You guys, these are such amazing products, and they're only available right now for new enrollments or new customers, but you get 2 plug-in-the-wall diffusers, which you put the bottle on there, and they're motion censored, or you can have them on a timer where they just go off every so often, and they literally help your home smell, help the area smell. Here's a fun story. So this friend that I just helped her enroll, she bought 2 of the kits. One of those diffusers gets to come to me because I need it for my garage. We've had mice all of a sudden show up, and we want to be able to keep peppermint in our garage without it, evaporating. And so this is really great because we'll have this where we can just put that bottle of peppermint on there, plug it in, and it will go off as often as we set it to. So you guys, it's such a really great thing. And I hope you guys are taking advantage of it. I would not want to be the person who didn't share this, or if somebody didn't share this with me, obviously you guys know I love this product. Okay, so tonight I just want to say thank you for joining us. It was kind of a whirlwind class. Like I said, I haven't taught it for a very long time. On the left-hand side, there is a QR code. If you have your cameras handy, you can go ahead and take a snapshot of that, and it will open up a link which will help you connect with us in all the different ways. Whether you join us on social media, or you want to get our newsletter, or you want those quick reminders, everything you can find on that QR code. Now, in the middle, if you want to get a reminder, how many of you guys love getting reminders? I can get distracted in 15 minutes and forget what it was I was supposed to be doing. So we have, if you text the word class reminders to the phone number 534-429-5392, you'll get a text 15 to 30 minutes before class starts, and it will include our Zoom link. What I love about this, you guys, is if I'm busy, then I just get to ignore it. But if I'm ready, I can hit that and it instantly connects me. Now, I told you that we were going to have a offer for a free gift, and that is that when you watch or join us for 8 of our Zoom classes live, you can text the word class plus the topic to the same number, 534-429-5392. And when you get 8 of those, we get notified and we send you a recipe book with nearly 300 recipes from our top leaders. You guys, it's such an amazing book, and we just want to say thanks, because we know that you don't have to be here, you don't have to learn, and we're so grateful that you take the time to join us. Next week, we have class number 6, which is mood and emotional well-being. Another just amazing class in how we can support our bodies the best way so that we don't have to go through some of the struggles and some of the things that we're faced with on a daily basis. We give you those tools and we empower you to get the most out of what you've got. All right, you guys. So here we are. It's so much fun to be able to see all of you guys here. So thank you for joining us tonight. I just want to know if we have any questions, if anybody has anything that they would like to share. This is your time. And I'm going to kind of scan through. Oh yeah, so I'm not sure who iPhone is, but it's like they're going, I use it almost daily, and it's amazing. There, like I said, there's almost 300 recipes, and they're ones that you don't find other places. We're in the process of putting volume 2 together, so that's exciting too, because there's a lot of things that we have learned that didn't make it at the very beginning. So let's see, Missy says the dog and cat love the diffuser. They're always right there when I diffuse wild orange and frankincense. It's amazing. Like I hear stories all the time where they'll say, oh yeah, my dog just kind of lays underneath where the diffuser is. Or what's interesting is when I'm putting on my oils and stuff every morning, my dog is like sitting right there waiting. And I think if I pause, he'd probably start licking my legs. So Missy also mentioned on here, Missy, do you want to ask your question and tell us what's going on? I'll see if you can get unmuted. Sometimes on the phone, you guys, it's so frustrating when you can't find the part where it says unmute. There you go.
Sorry. So today I was making my order and I was just playing around because I'm not able to buy what I normally buy this month, and I really want to try the LLV. So I did that, and I really, really need skincare stuff, and I was played around with it. And I was trying to order different things, and I only got the option to use my points on certain things. Um, but I just kept playing around with it, and I really wanted the palm. So I finally just decided on the LLV and the palm, and I got the palm free. I was
Nice.
I was really excited about that. And I still don't understand the whole ordering thing. I'm gonna have to get with Sarah again because um I do play with it sometimes and sometimes I don't. I'm just because I want certain things. But um I really want to try the limited edition MetaPower Advantage, but when I was trying to order that, I kind of had to weigh things out and I went, okay, well, and I was hoping to use the points for that and I couldn't.
So when there's a limited time offer, they won't let you use the free points. And the other time you can't use free is if you've used something like Lifelong Vitality. So say you've added Lifelong Vitality and then you've done the drop down menu and you've added 2 or 3 things on there, because they can't give free with free, or you can't get free with free.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
that's usually what happens. Or
that
if
makes sense.
yeah, or if something is like a Mother's Day promotion or a holiday item, they don't let us do points on those only because they're limited stock. And they want to make sure everybody has the opportunity to purchase them before they start giving away things for free.
Okay.
But there's a ton of things. And so when I use points, you
Yeah.
guys, I look for full PV for full point, and it usually is essential oils. So if I have lemon and say it's 10 or $12 and it's 12 points, then I will use those 12 points for the lemon because I'm getting the full value. If it is something like Lifelong Vitality and it's $90 to purchase it, you may have to use more than that in points because it goes off of the point value. And I probably lost some of you guys right there, but
Yes.
look for PV that matches PV when you're turning in your free points because it's a better value,
Right.
like dollar for dollar. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I
And
was just
thanks.
excited to be able to use my points for that because I've been wanting that, and it seems like every month I want so much, and I order everything, and then I'm like, oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too much. And I finally just said, you know what? I'm I'm gonna order the palm. That's something I really want. So I went ahead, and Sarah's probably gonna be upset with me, but
You know what? The thing about it is that I love that we get points and we can turn them in for free product. But I am just like you, Missy. When I first started doing doTERRA, I had a list. Like, and I just started a running list of the things as I would watch a class or if I'd learned something, I'm going, well, I want that and I want that. And so I did a priority. And it was kind of like, okay, what's the most important thing for me right now? And that's
yes,
what I would order. And then when I would get my free points, sometimes those free points would be for the ones that I'm going, I can't really justify spending, $75 on a bottle of oil, but I really want it. But when I got those 75 points and I would turn it in and it was like free,
yeah,
and so it takes a little bit of time. So just be patient with yourself. And when there's things like BOGOs come up, it's like, take advantage of those BOGOs, and different things.
yep.
And so I love being able to show people how to get the most bang for their buck. And that's one thing that I love about oils is, we teach you guys, gosh, if there's a hack and if you don't need to use 3 drops, if you could take Melissa, here's a really fun thing with Melissa, you guys, is you can dilute Melissa up to 12 times. So that's 1 drop of Melissa, and you could add 12 drops of a carrier oil and still get the full benefit because it's so potent and so powerful.
Hmm.
So when I'm using, like
Yeah.
right now for our challenge, it's like, okay, a drop on my thumb. And if I have a whole drop on there, I'm going to like lick it off until it's completely gone. But I can
Mhm.
also just touch the top of the bottle, and there's enough on my thumb that I can get the full benefit. And so I'll put it in my mouth. And so I love that we get to learn this kind of thing, and that we teach
Yeah.
people how to make roller bottles. And yeah, it's so exciting.
Oh, I've been making all kinds of roller bottles for me, my mom. My mom has huge issues, so, and not one for the oils, but she's using them and they work. And sooner or later, she's gonna hopefully get that. But
Sometimes it just takes some people a little bit longer,
mm,
and that's okay. It's
yes,
okay because if people weren't coming on here going, really, I'm not sure, like this sounds a little bit too good to be true, I
hmm,
would question it. But it's like year after year after year, time after time and trial. And it's like, it just works. And so another quick story, you guys, yesterday I had another person come into my store and she's like, I have had this cough for like 6 months. She goes, I've gone to every single doctor. They've done tests, they've done scopes, they've done x-rays, I've been on all these different medications and nothing will stop it. And I think I shared this yesterday. I don't know where I shared it. Anyhow, so I'm listening and I'm just gathering information, and pretty soon I got a digest tab, which is like a little wafer, right? And I said, just put this in your mouth and just start sucking on it. Don't chew it, but just suck on it. And we sat there and we were talking and we were talking. Pretty soon she's like, did you notice that my cough is gone? And I thought, wow, and I didn't really notice because I hadn't been around her that long. And she said, it has taken months and nobody has any answers. And that's why she came to me. She's like, I've tried everything and nothing has worked. Do you have something? And I do.
awesome.
Like, I love that we do have things. you know, and whether it was the digest tab or whether it was tea tree. And because I also gave her a little sample of tea tree and I said, okay, every time you feel like you're going to cough, put a drop on your hand and lick it. And I go, it's going to taste nasty, but I promise it's going to give you the result that you're looking for. And
Yeah.
she's like, at this point, I'll do anything.
Yep. I I've been making all kinds of rollers for my mom and her gut. And Sarah with her gut issues, it's been amazing. Um, but mom is one of those people that won't be consistent.
Hmm.
So that's been hard. And then like, I was gone for 4 days and I come back and my mom's all messed up again. And I'm like, Mom, I told you you gotta take that every day. And sometimes multiple times a day, and if your gut's feeling bad, here's your roller.
Hmm.
Even Sarah made her one, and then I kind of made her one that was a little bit different. We kind of got together and came up with something for her, and she loves it. She uses it, but then she thinks she's fixed, so she
Hmm.
quits using it, and that's hard.
Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, right? And
Mhm.
especially when we're getting to the root of something, because we may not even know what the root is and for a while. And then as we start, learning more or researching more, or our body starts to show us different things in different ways, right? Our body leaves clues. And yeah, it's interesting, and it one of the most important things, you guys, less more often and consistency.
Mm, yeah,
Good stuff.
I
Okay.
I couldn't agree more.
All right, Missy, thank you. Who else? Does anybody else have any questions or anything that they'd like to add? All right. Oh, Teresa, there you go.
My cat was born with a breathing problem. This little kitten, one of the pharaohs, and we've wound up taking her in, bottle feeding her. She's a bottle baby, and everybody, all her litter mates died. She's a sole survivor, and so that she's 2.5 years now, and she's having this the lung virus or whatever what the cats get. She's in a bad thing right now, and so we're doing back to giving her breathing treatments twice a day. So running the hot water in the shower and filling it with eucalyptus in the breathe, and then we've made this formula that we spray on her coat. And also today, like, I'm just gonna give her some of the PB Assist. And so
Hmm.
I put PB Assist and a little bit of the Meta Power, the collagen
Hmm.
together, and just shook it in a little dropper, and I'm just giving her little minute doses at a
Hmm.
time. Doing
Teresa,
really well now.
you might check the PB Assist, I think, has xylitol in it. At least it did. The new formula I'm not sure about, but if those PB Assist sachets have xylitol, you should not give that to your cat.
Okay. What about the biome?
The capsule.
Yeah, I'd break it apart.
Okay. Yeah,
I
I mean,
made
I'll look into that also for you, and I'll let you know if I find something. I know that the little packets, the PB Assist packets, at one point somebody was giving them to their dog and they said, no, 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 because it had xylitol. But now that they've reformulated it, I'm not sure if that's still there. So,
oh, much better this afternoon. Like, she's come back from the brink of death. And I also gave her a little dropper of the IQ, the EO.
oh, the IQ
It's
Mega is excellent for that. Do you give
yeah,
her frankincense or
yes,
copaiba?
we
Okay.
her ear, bottom of her paws routinely.
Yeah.
But she's gotten so used to having oils on her. all the other cats were always like, as soon as they pick up the brown bottle, they're like, oop, out. But she like wanders through them all, smells them all, wants them all. Give me those ones.
I love it. Well, there she is. Oh, how cute. You know, it's interesting. I'll take the bottle and I'll take the lid off and I'll just hold it out for my dog to smell. And there's times
Yeah.
he'll come over and he'll just smell and smell. And it's like, okay, you know, and I'll put a little on him or whatever. There's some, of course, he's like, nope. But yeah,
Trying out some formulas for fleas. Getting information on that.
you're gonna give us information on fleas?
We have some. We made a formula. What did you put in it? What's in it? You can't remember what it was. We're gonna tell you here. Out of the good vibes book. No, you got it out of your book.
Oh, it's in the
No,
recipe.
the big. No, the big book. Arborvitae, geranium, cedarwood, Melissa. You dropped each. Into 10 milliliter of carrot.
So maybe what we can do, Teresa, is once we get this video posted up, we could put that in the comments. So people can
Okay.
have that recipe. That's awesome. You guys, I'm so excited that you guys were here joining us tonight. I want to remind you that every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we have classes like this. Monday is our Experience doTERRA, and it's taught by our leaders. And if any of you ever want the opportunity to help us teach that, we're always looking for people who can share testimonials or give us new ideas. On Tuesday night, we have 8 repeating classes. And then on Wednesday, we're just sitting around a table talking, answering questions, sharing ideas. And it's a really great way to, if you have anything that you're trying to work through, or, you know, just like what we were talking about tonight, you know, we've got flea recipes and we've got moms who aren't wanting to use oils on a regular basis, or how do you use your points and what's the best thing to use them on. I want to thank you guys for joining us, and just have the best night ever. It's a great day to have a great night on purpose, right, Jules? Okay, you guys, we'll see you later. Bye, everybody.